The unseen threat in the deep silence of space, far beyond the outer lines of the Galactic Council. Something appeared, that it didn't announce itself, that it didn't shine or move fast, that it just drifted silent, dark and massive toward a center of Council space. At first, no one noticed, but soon, small mining stations started reporting strange sensor problems. Their systems would crash when trying to scan a certain area. Probes sent to check the sector never returned. One mining ship tried to investigate. It vanished too. Council command grew concerned. "Send recon," said Admiral Kosser, a cold-blooded Varnak with sharp red eyes. "We cannot ignore ghost signals." A small patrol fleet, 3 fast scout ships, was sent to investigate. They reached the unknown object in less than 1 day. Their last message was only 5 words long. "We see something. It's waking." Then silence. No explosions. No distress calls. Nothing. All 3 ships disappeared. The Council tried again, this time sending a stealth drone. It got closer. Close enough to send back an image. What they saw was not natural. It was a warship, but not like any known design. It had sharp black armor, long silent engines, and no markings or flags. It looked old, but also new, alien, and deadly. The Council feared it might be Vrak's technology. Or worse, something from beyond the known galaxy. The scientists scanned it again. No energy reading. No signals. It looked dead, but someone disagreed. A Threxian signal officer named Valo, young and curious, spoke up. "It's not dead," he whispered in the command hall. "It's watching. It let our drones get close. It only attacks when it wants." Admiral Kosser's tail twitched. "You think this is a trap?" "Yes, sir," Valo said. "And we are already inside it." The Admiral didn't like the answer, but he couldn't ignore it. He sent for Commander Velzan, the war hero of the Battle of Zenther Prime. "Take a full strike squadron," the Admiral ordered. "Approach, scan. If it moves, destroy it." Velzan saluted. "It won't survive the Council's fire." He took 12 ships, each loaded with plasma torpedoes and rail cannons. Fast, strong, and deadly. They reached the dark warship in less than 6 hours. From space, the alien vessel looked like a black mountain floating in the void. It had no lights, no defense grid, no sound. Commander Velzan gave the order. "Surround. Begin scanning." As the fleet moved into position, something changed. Very slowly, a line of blue light began to glow across the ship's side. Then a second line. Then a third. Suddenly, every scanner across the fleet went dark. "EMP attack?" shouted one officer. Then one ship exploded. No warning. No flash. Just gone. The fleet panicked. They began firing. Lasers, torpedoes, cannons, everything they had. For a moment, the sky was full of fire, but when the flames cleared, the alien warship was still there, not even scratched. Then it responded. One silent beam of red light shot from its underside, so fast, no one saw it until it hit the command ship. Velzan's ship. It shattered in an instant. No escape pods. No signal. Just gone. The rest of the fleet tried to run, but they couldn't outrun the beams. Ship after ship was destroyed, calmly, silently, perfectly. In less than 2 minutes. All 12 Council ships were gone. Back at Council Command, the room was in chaos. "What is this thing?" one leader shouted. "Where did it come from? Why is it heading toward our core systems?" Valo stepped forward again. "I think it's Terran," he said. Silence fell across the room. "Terran?" Someone whispered. "Earth?" "They were quiet for years," another said. "Their people never joined the Council. Their ships never entered our space." Admiral Kosser's eyes narrowed. "Then why now?" he asked. Valo's voice trembled. Maybe we did something. Or maybe we forgot they were watching. The Admiral stared at the dark warship on the screen. Still moving, still silent, coming closer. Every hour, and no one knew how to stop it. Asterisk, first contact, last mistake. The war room was quiet. On the giant screen, the dark Terran warship drifted slowly, too slow for a normal ship, too fast for a broken one. It looked like it was gliding with purpose. Admiral Kosser leaned forward. Is it answering any signal? He asked. No, sir, Valo said. We've tried every known frequency. Try again. They sent out the universal peace signal. Then the old Terran greeting code. Then emergency warnings. No answer. To silence. But the warship kept coming. The Council couldn't wait anymore. They had to act fast. Admiral Kosser sent a message to the outer defense ring of planet Sylar 5. It was the closest heavy station in the sector, with 15 warships and orbital defense cannons. General Crix, an old battle commander, led the station. We've got this, Crix said confidently in the briefing. One Earth ship? I've ended worse threats before breakfast. The Council gave him full command. He prepared the station's fleet, 15 ships, lined up in tight formation. A wall of firepower, waiting. Wait for my signal, Crix told his captains. If it comes close, we fire first. Soon, the black Terran warship appeared on their edge sensors. One of Crix's officers blinked. Sir, it's moving slow, but it's headed straight for us. No fear, no shields up. No weapons charged. Crix laughed. Maybe they forgot how to fight. He gave the order. Fire. The sky lit up. 15 warships shot everything they had: plasma torpedoes, high-density lasers, and nuclear warheads. The warship vanished inside the storm of fire. 10 long seconds. Nothing could be seen. Smoke. Static. Blinding light. Then the smoke cleared. And the Terran warship was still there. No damage. Not a single dent. It had absorbed everything. Then it moved. Not fast. Just a small shift. Its underside began to glow red. Silent, slow, deadly. Before anyone could react, one red pulse. Not a laser. Not a missile. Just a ripple. It passed through all 15 ships like a whisper. No explosions. No fire. Just dead silence. Every ship shut down at once. Engines, lights, life support, even the station itself went dark. General Crix gasped. What is this? Then his screen flickered one last time. A single message appeared, written in Terran Standard. We warned you. Do not test Earth's silence. Then everything went black. Back at Council Command, panic spread. They had lost 15 warships and an entire defense station, without hearing a single Terran voice, without seeing a single crew member. Just one ship, one warship, moving through the galaxy like a ghost, unstoppable and quiet. We need to evacuate nearby colonies. One council member shouted. No, said another. If we show fear, it will attack more. Admiral Kosser turned to Valo. You said it was Terran. Do you know what it wants? Valo shook his head slowly. No, sir, but I think it wants us to remember something. Remember. What? That Earth may have been silent, but it never stopped watching us. Kosser felt a chill run through his scales. How many more of these ships do you think they have? He asked quietly. Valo looked at the glowing red warship on the screen. His voice was cold. I don't think this is their real weapon, sir. I think this is just their message. They called it Relentless. The Terran warship had a name now. The Galactic press called it Ghost. The soldiers called it the Curse. But in the secret halls of the Council, they used only one word: relentless. Because that's what it was. It didn't stop, didn't speak, didn't slow down. It just moved forward system by system, planet by planet through Council space. No crew was seen. No signs of life. Yet the ship responded like it was alive. Every time someone tried to block its path, it attacked with cold, perfect power. No waste, no emotion. Just precision. In 1 week, Relentless had passed through 6 systems. It destroyed 3 defense fleets. It disabled 22 scout ships. It wiped out orbital platforms without harming a single civilian on the ground. That was the scariest part. It never killed civilians. Only soldiers. Only threats. It knew. That meant there was intelligence on board, or worse, an AI with human logic. Cold, careful, and exact. The Council was terrified. Some wanted to talk, some wanted to surrender, some wanted to destroy Earth before more ships came. But there was no agreement. So they turned to their secret weapon, Admiral Surith. He was a living legend, the only being in the Council's history to defeat the Zarn Dreadfleet and survive 3 black hole battles. When he entered the chamber, everyone stood. "I've studied the warship," he said calmly. "It is unlike anything we've seen." "It's unstoppable," said a nervous ambassador. "No," Surith replied. "It can be stopped." But not with fear. He asked for full fleet command. He got it. Surith gathered 60 of the Council's finest warships. Every ship was upgraded, shields reinforced, weapons doubled, AI-guided targeting systems installed. He called them the Iron Curtain. "We meet Relentless in Sector R9, he said. "And we stop it there? Forever." When Relentless reached R9, the stars seemed to dim. The Iron Curtain waited in silence, forming a perfect circle in open space. When the Terran warship entered the kill zone, Surith sent one last warning. "Unknown. Terran vessel. You are in violation of Council War Code. Power down. Surrender your vessel, or face full military response." No reply. Just the slow hum of its engines. Surith gave the order. "Hold position." "Wait." His eyes narrowed. The warship had stopped. It wasn't moving. Suddenly, hundreds of tiny ports opened along its sides. "No movement detected," shouted an officer. Still no power spike. But Surith knew better. "It's charging something," he said. "Brace for..." Then everything went red. Not in the ship, not on sensors, but in their minds. Each officer on every Council ship heard a voice, deep inside their skulls. Not loud, not angry, just cold. "We are Earth's silence. This is your final lesson." Then the light vanished. Not half the fleet was gone. Just gone. No explosions. No battle. Ships erased, like they were never there. Surith screamed, "Fire! All ships, fire now!" They did. A storm of firepower rained down, but Relentless moved just slightly. It spun once. Slowly. And in that motion, 3 more ships fell dead. Others tried to retreat. Only 8 made it. Admiral Surith's flagship was found drifting days later. Empty. No signs of battle. No broken hull. No life. Just one message burned into the glass of the command deck. "You brought war. We bring memory." The Council was shaken. 60 warships. Gone. Their best admiral. Gone. And still, the Terran ship moved forward quiet and slow. The press tried to calm the public, but fear had already spread. Because now the question wasn't what the warship was. It was, what would happen when it finally reached Earth's true target? And who else was coming behind it? Voices in the black. The warship now had a path, and it was heading straight for the Council's inner worlds. But the Council still didn't understand why. Why wasn't it speaking? Why didn't it demand anything? And most of all, why was it showing mercy? It only attacked when fired upon. It disabled fleets, but it never touched civilian colonies. Even when it passed just above them. It never attacked hospitals, farms, or transport ships. That frightened people even more, because this wasn't random. Violence. This was a message, but no one knew what the message was. Then something changed. For the first time, a sound was heard, not from the ship's weapons, not from its engines, but through deep space channels. A whisper, faint, glitchy, like it was coming from far away, and long ago. At first, it made no sense. Static, scrambled words. But when filtered through Council audio decoders, the whisper became clearer. A single phrase repeated, over and over. Return what was taken. Return what was taken. It played for hours. Then it stopped. The Council was silent. What did we take? Someone asked. No one answered. Until Valo, the young signal officer, stood up. He was pale. I found something, he said, voice shaking. He held up an old file archived and forgotten. It was from 43 years ago. A hidden operation. Classified. Cody name. Project Harvest. In that file were reports about Earth specifically. About a Terran deep space science vessel named the Halcyon. The Halcyon had gone missing near the Council's outer borders. The official report said it was lost in a meteor storm, but the truth was different. The Council had captured it. The crew was taken, silenced, vanished. And the ship broken apart. Its tech studied. Its AI stolen. Valo looked at the Council members in horror. This warship, it's not attacking us out of hate, he said. It's looking for something. Admiral, Kosser whispered. The AI? No, Valo said. Worse. He showed the last line in the old report. Subject, human child specimen. Contained there was a long silence. A quiet realization filled the chamber. They hadn't just stolen tech. They had taken a human child. One born aboard the Halcyon. The first Terran child to be born outside the solar system. And now, someone was coming to take her back. In deep space. Relentless stopped. It did not fire. That did not move. It just waited. Council scouts were sent to observe from a distance. They reported strange readings. Inside the ship's hull, a soft light pulsed, almost like a heartbeat. Then, something terrifying happened. One of the scouts, an alien named Gruz, heard something inside his own mind. A voice. It didn't speak words. It sang. Human lullaby. The same one sung by Earth mothers to their newborn children. Gruz screamed. His ship returned alone. He had aged 30 years in less than 1 hour. And in his final breath, he whispered, "The child is awake." Panic spread through the Council. A single ship had brought their empire to its knees. And now, it wasn't just a machine. It was something more. Alive. Angry. And guided by a forgotten memory. No one could stop it. Not with weapons. Not with threats. And deep inside every Council member grew one quiet, final fear. What if Earth never meant to start a war? What if Earth only sent one warship because they knew they wouldn't need more? The broken alliance, the Council, was falling apart. Fear spread faster than light. 3 major systems had already left the alliance, refusing to fight the Terran warship. They said Earth's ship was not just a weapon. It was a warning, but others angry. Proud refused to surrender. If we kneel now, said Lord Hekra of the Raw Dominion, we'll kneel forever. We must show strength. So the Council sent a message to the only force strong enough to challenge Earth alone, the ancient Kother Empire. The Kother were warlords, massive reptilian beings, with claws like swords and ships made of living metal. They had once fought the Frax Extinction Army and won. If anyone could stop Relentless, it was them. The Council begged for help. And the Kother agreed, but with one condition. We lead. You obey. The Council had no choice. Together, They formed the largest armada in galactic history. 1,500 ships, over 3 million soldiers. And a single goal: stop the Terran warship at any cost. They called the operation Sci-Fi Protocol. The fleet set a trap. In the Valen Rift, a deep gravity well where ship movement was limited. They would corner Relentless there, overload its core, and end the threat once and for all. Everything was in place. The warship arrived, right on time. It slowed. It scanned the trap, but it did not flee. It entered the trap, close. The fleet surrounded the warship from all sides. Council celebrated too soon. Fire everything, shouted General Tavok, commander of the Valen Task Force. The stars lit up with destruction. For 5 whole minutes, the sky was nothing but fire and noise. Then silence. They waited. Smoke cleared. Relentless was still there. Damaged. Yes. Its outer armor was cracked. Its core flickered. It looked like it might fall, but it didn't. Instead, it opened. Not with weapons, but with words. Across all ships, all languages, one voice echoed, calm, soft, female. A child's voice. Is my mother there? Panic spread. Across every bridge. Who is this? Tavok shouted. The voice returned. I remember you. You took me. Now I remember what fear feels like. Suddenly, Cawthor ships started shutting down. One by one. No attack. No EMP. Just silence. Their living metal began weeping, bleeding black oil. The ships screamed. Yes. Screamed. They had never done that before. They're infected, shouted a captain. Their ships are feeling something. One by one, they collapsed. The Cawthor, known for their strength, began to beg. Please, one Cawthor warlord cried. We were only paid to help. But it was too late. A soft pulse from Relentless spread like wind. Every ship's AI began repeating the same thing. We are not angry. We are not cruel, but we remember. The Council screamed for retreat, but communications had failed. The fleet was crumbling. All that power, all those weapons, useless. Within an hour, 70% of the Alliance was gone. The rest ran. And from the ruins, Relentless drifted forward, damaged, cracked, glowing with quiet rage. No chase. No threats. Just steady movement toward the Council's core. Back in Council Command, Valo sat in silence, staring at the empty fleet screen. He whispered, They didn't send her to kill us. They sent her to make us feel what she felt. A Council member sobbed. This is only one Terran child. One AI, one warship. Another muttered, Then what happens if Earth sends more? Valo looked up. His voice was cold. Then the galaxy learns what it feels like to be forgotten. Asterisk. The last defense, the galaxy was quiet, not peaceful, silent. After the fall of the Great Fleet, no one wanted to speak. Entire systems shut down. Their borders. All trade stopped. No one dared look toward Earth. The Terran warship. Relentless was still moving forward. Alone. But now, broken. Its hull was cracked. Pieces of its armor drifted behind it like frozen scars. Its energy core flickered like a dying star. And still, it would not stop. Some believed it was dying. Some hoped. Others feared what might come next. The Council held one final emergency meeting. Only 5 species attended. The rest had vanished, gone into hiding, or fled their homeworlds. Admiral Cawthor, looking older than ever, slammed his fist on the table. This ends now. One warship has held the galaxy hostage. One. We must act. But how? Asked a trembling voice. We threw everything, and it didn't fall. We still have one option, Cawthor said. Everyone went still. A forbidden word was spoken. The planet cracker. Gasps filled the chamber. That weapon is banned. someone cried. It could shatter an entire moon. If we miss, if we do nothing, Kosser said slowly, there will be no more councils, no more laws, only Earth's silence. They voted. The result. 5 votes, yes. 0 no. It would launch from the dead world of Arvik 9, cloaked and silent. If Relentless passed the targeting ring, the warhead would activate. 2 days later, Relentless entered the trap. The targeting AI locked on. It had one job: destroy the warship. Once the core exploded, not even light would escape the blast. The countdown began. 10, 9, 8. But then Relentless stopped. For the first time, it turned. Around. It turned its broken hull toward the trap. No weapons. No shields. Just waiting. And then something impossible happened. A signal came out of Relentless. A direct link. One line of human code. The targeting AI read it. And stopped. No explosion. No fire. No countdown. Instead, it opened a message. An old recording from 43 years ago. Showed a young Terran mother inside a small ship cabin. She held a baby. She was crying. If anyone finds this, my daughter's name is Laia. Please don't hurt her. She's not like us. She was born out here. She hears things, sees things. The stars speak to her. Please just let her grow. The message ended. Silence. And the planet cracker shut itself down. By itself. On Arvik 9, the control center went dark. No one could explain how it happened. No one ever would. Back in the core systems, the last council defenses stood ready. Only 12 ships remained. They were old. Rusty. Desperate. Each pilot had made peace with death. As Relentless approached. Broken, but alive. A voice came over all channels. Not a child this time. Not a threat. A voice like Earth itself. Old. Calm. And final. We do not come to conquer. We do not come to destroy. We came to see if you still remember what you did. The ships did not fire. They turned off their weapons and waited. As Relentless passed between them, silent and slow. Not one shot was fired. For the first time in weeks, the warship paused. Then it did something no one expected. It stopped. It hovered in space, directly above the council's homeworld. And powered down. No weapons, no glow. Just silence, like a grave in the stars. Inside the council chamber, no one moved. They watched it on screen, heartbeats frozen. Admiral Kosser stood, trembling. It's not here to kill us, he whispered. Valo nodded. It already won. The final broadcast. The warship, Relentless, floated silently above the council's homeworld. It had not moved in 3 days. No weapons. No voice. No light. Just presence. That heavy. Like a shadow over the galaxy's heart. Across the stars, billions waited. Watching. Holding their breath. Some prayed, some prepared for death, and others simply listened. Then, on the 4th day, Relentless woke. Not with weapons. Not with fire, but with a voice. A final broadcast, heard across every planet, every ship, every station. No one could block it. No one could turn it off. The voice was calm. Female. Young, but not a child anymore. It was the Terran girl who had been stolen, raised in silence, grown into something more. And now, she remembered. We offered peace. You took pieces of us instead. You silenced our people. You hid your sins. You erased my name. But we are not here for revenge. We are here for truth. The message continued. It showed files, hidden council operations, secret experiments, lies buried for 40 years. Every planet saw what had been done, the truth they were never told. You called us monsters when we said nothing, Leah said. Now we've spoken. Now the galaxy knows, and we will leave. You with a choice. On the screens appeared two paths, two futures. One, a galaxy ruled by silence, fear, weapons. The other, a galaxy led by memory, honesty, and peace. Choose, she said simply. But know this, Earth never forgot, and Earth will always return. Then, without warning, Relentless began to power down. Its lights dimmed, its weapons folded inward, its core slowed to stillness. No signal followed, no command, just silence. But this time, not one born of anger. This silence felt like peace. Like a burden finally dropped. The warship stayed there floating, like a monument, a warning, a memory. Scar in the stars. Weeks passed, and then the real shock came. Earth never sent another warship. No fleet. No message. No invasion. Nothing. Because they didn't need to. One ship. One girl. One truth. That was enough. In the years that followed, the council changed. Many resigned. Many stood trial. Some disappeared, and a new pact was signed. The memory accords. No secrets. No hidden weapons. No forced silence. Earth never joined the council. They never needed to. But their message echoed across every planet. We do not speak often, but when we do, the stars listen. And above the once powerful council homeworld, a single Terran warship remained. Damaged. Still. Silent. But never forgotten. They threw everything at Earth's warship, and it still wouldn't fall. Asterisk.